Hello and welcome to the final showing of the Apprentice Players and Arts and Communication Department's production of Flash in the Dark, Stories from the Golden Age of Radio. My name is Nicholas Canan and I'll be your host for the afternoon. We are coming to you live from the Richards Theater in Orange Hall. The actors have all safely gathered and we are ready to perform. Today we are together, once again for the first time in over a year. We are streaming both video and audio, and while you're certainly welcome to watch the actors on stage, we invite you to gather the family round the radio and listen to this evening's performance. We hope you enjoy the special selection of classic comedies, old-timey serials, and suspenseful dramas. We'd also like to remind you that you can watch all of our previously aired episodes in the Apprentice Players Productions Facebook group page. And now for the show. We'd like to start things off with a light comedy from the early 40s, which featured the legendary Fanny Bryce. Tonight, the mischievous Baby Snooks will be played by Sarandon Shinden and Brian Brown as Daddy. What trouble will Baby Snooks get into this time?
Jello.
Jello, in those 6 delicious flavors. Jello puddings for old-fashioned homemade goodness brings you Baby Snooks. Yes, it's the Baby Snooks Show, starring Sarandon Shinden as Baby Snooks and Brian Brown as Daddy, brought to you each week by Jello and Jello puddings. This episode is Baby Snooks, the Easter suit.
Hello?
Hello? Is that you, Snooks?
Hello?
Hello? Where's your daddy?
Hello?
Hello? Who's this?
This is the operator. 5 cents, please.
Snooks, that's you, isn't it?
No, this is my father. Wanna play poker?
Snooks, where's your daddy?
He jumped out the window, and a big eagle grabbed him, and when he...
Give me that phone. Hello, John.
Hello, Daddy.
I'll see you soon. I have to rush out and buy a suit as soon as I put Snooks to bed. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Daddy. Well, I'll lay 9 to 5. He never gets out.
Snooks, I don't want you to answer the phone anymore.
Why?
Because you say a lot of crazy things that confuse people. Like, why did you tell John I jumped out of a window?
I always tell him that.
You always tell him I jumped out a window?
Uh-huh.
Well, what for?
I don't know.
Okay, suppose I do jump out of a window one day, and you tell him that. He's not going to believe you.
No.
Snooks, have you ever heard of the story of the little boy who cried wolf?
No, tell it to me.
Well, I stuck my neck out that time. Look, I'll tell it to you tomorrow. I'm in a hurry to get to the clothing store.
Why?
Well, I'm going to be fitted for an Easter suit.
When is Easter, Daddy?
Oh, it falls on the 5th this year. You see, Easter Sunday is governed by the date of the Paschal full moon. Well, if the Paschal full moon falls on a Sunday, then the following Sunday, that's Easter.
Is the moon gonna fall?
Oh, the moon isn't going to fall. Well, according to scientists, there's no danger of the moon falling for the next 17 million years.
Will it fall on all the people?
I suppose so. What are you crying about? It won't happen for at least 70 million years.
Oh, I thought you said 7 million.
Well, now you don't have to worry anymore. Good night.
Good night, Daddy. Daddy,
Yes?
why does the moon make it Easter?
Well, the Paschal full moon is the 14th day of the lunar month, or reckoned according to an old ecclesiastical computation, and not the real astronomical full moon.
You know everything, don't you, Daddy?
Just about. Any more questions?
Yeah. Who tells the bunnies when it's Easter?
Well, they don't have to be told.
Then how do they know when to lay the eggs?
Bunnies don't lay eggs.
Why?
Now, well, how do I know?
Chickens lay eggs.
I can't help it.
Why?
Snooks, look, Snooks, I'll explain it to you in the morning. The tailor's waiting for me to measure me for my suit.
I want to go with you.
Snooks,
I want to go with you.
you can't go with me. Can't I buy a suit of clothes without having you tag along?
Mama's going, ain't she?
Not this time she isn't.
No?
I'm gonna wear what I want for once in my life. I'm sick of these bell-bottom pants and these...
Your coat's nice, Daddy.
Nice?
Yeah, I like the way he zips up the back. It's a zoot suit with a retweet.
Oh, you and your mommy. I'll show you style. Wait till I come home with my new suit. I'm getting a spring coat, too.
With springs in it?
No, not with springs in it.
No?
A nice conservative model with padded shoulders and a flared waistline. Just a few pleats on them.
Are you gonna get a feather in your hat again?
Oh, don't be sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm buying this coat at Squire's because they have a bargain sale. A $35 coat marked down to $9.75.
How do you know, Daddy?
Oh, because he advertised it that way. All his coats are down.
Are his pants down too?
What's the matter with you, Snooks?
I wanna go with ya.
Now, Snooks, why should you want to go to the tailor's with me?
I wanna get an Easter suit.
You'll have a new dress, I promise you. Now, good night.
Good night, Daddy. Daddy!
Oh, what do you want?
Who lays the Easter eggs?
If I tell you, will you let me go?
Maybe.
All right. Well, do you want the rabbit to lay the Easter eggs?
No.
Or do you want the chicken to lay them?
No.
Well, who do you want to lay the eggs?
You.
Okay. I'll lay the Easter eggs. Satisfied?
No, lay one now.
I will not. Oh, Snooks. Please let me get out of this house. You want me to look nice, don't you?
Yes, Daddy.
Fine. And I'll buy you a new dress. And when I put on my new suit and coat, we'll be the hit of Easter Parade.
Will you buy me a rabbit too, Daddy?
All right. I'll buy you a rabbit.
A white rabbit?
Yes, a white rabbit.
I don't like a white rabbit.
What kind do you want?
I want a blue rabbit with a purple head and a green tail.
You're insane.
Yeah.
Either you take that white rabbit or you get nothing.
I'll take it, Daddy.
And remember, you'll have to take care of it yourself. No rough handling. You'll treat it just like a baby.
Like a baby?
Yes. You'll handle the rabbit exactly the way Mother handles Robespierre.
Will I have to change it?
Yes, you'll have to change his water every day.
I wasn't gonna say.
I don't care what you were going to say. I'm not going to waste another second here. Good night.
Good night, Daddy. Daddy?
No, what is it now?
You ain't really gonna buy me a rabbit, are ya?
Well, I'll think about it.
When?
Tonight, if you get right into bed and you turn out the lights, say your prayers, and ask the angels to make you a good little girl, then maybe I'll bring a rabbit home with me.
All right, Daddy.
Good. Now, hurry now. Under the covers.
Uh-huh.
There. Out with the lights. Now say your prayers. What are you mumbling?
That's my prayer.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
I ain't talking to you, Daddy. I'm talking to the angels.
Well, they can't understand you either, so speak up.
All right. Dear angels, please make my daddy a good boy so he'll bring me home a rabbit tonight. Signing off.
Snooks, that's no way to talk to the angels.
They like it, Daddy.
How do you know?
Oh, I'll show you. You like it, don't you, angels? That's okay with us, Snooks. You'll get your rabbit.
It's good night.
Good night, Daddy.
We hope you enjoyed this final installment of Baby Snooks and Daddy. You can watch the earlier episodes here on our Facebook page. Now, we wish to delve into a dark and disturbing drama inspired by the real events of H.H. Holmes' murder castle. H.H. Holmes, one of our earliest known serial killers here in the States, he built his hotel in Chicago with a maze-like dead-end hallways, hidden death traps, and a myriad of ways of murdering his victims. Before he was executed in 1896, he confessed to 27 murders, but experts believe it was far more. And now, our version of a classic lights-out radio broadcast, Murder Castle. Lights out, everybody.
Captain. It don't make sense. We picked her up walking down the street saying the same thing over and over again. She's as crazy as they come, I tell you. Listen to her yourself.
Revenge. Revenge. Revenge.
Yeah, listen to her, Captain. Revenge. Revenge. Over and over again. Such a young and pretty girl. What could have made her crazy like that? What, I ask you?
Revenge! 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 Revenge!
Yes, what is it?
I'm looking for a Mr. George Stewart, if you please.
Oh, you mean about the advertisement?
Yes, that's right. I got here as soon as I could, and well,
That's all right, As long as you got here, that's all that matters. Come on in.
oh, thank you.
Just put your suitcase down there. It'll be all right.
Thank you.
Now, if you would come right this way.
Thank you.
Just step in here, Miss
Malone. Ella Malone.
Now then, yes, of course, Miss Malone. Now then, you have a chair, please.
Thank you.
There we are. Now then, Miss Malone, to be perfectly frank with you, I wasn't quite expecting you today.
Oh, I'm truly sorry, Mr. Stewart, but you see, I took the wrong train, and I had the hardest time finding the house. I do hope you'll forgive me.
Of course. Don't give it another thought. Promise may be a virtue, but we all can't be virtuous, now can we? Now then, you're here in answer to my advertisement.
Yes, sir, you wrote me.
Oh, yes, of course. You're the young lady from
Cranesville.
Oh, yes, Cranesville. Oh, lovely place. That was in Iowa, wasn't it?
Oh, no, sir, Ohio.
Of course. How stupid of me to forget. Yes, I remember now. I wrote you a letter.
Yes, sir.
Now then, you're the young lady who wanted a position as my secretary, wasn't that it?
Yes, sir, and I do appreciate the opportunity you've given me, sir.
Not at all. You have my letter with you.
Oh, yes, sir, right here, sir.
Oh, yes, okay. Orphan. Oh, okay. Business school. Yes, you'll do very nicely.
I'll do my best, sir.
Now then, your friends, they know you came here, of course.
Oh, there's no one very much interested, Mr. Stewart.
Oh, come now. A pretty young girl like you, no young beaus, and so on and so on.
No, sir, there's no one. I mean, sir, you can depend on me to give all my attention to my work.
Very commendable indeed. My work, as I wrote you, is entirely confidential. My philanthropies are to a great extent entirely sub rosa. No fuss, no feathers. You understand what I mean?
Oh, yes, sir.
As my secretary, my affairs will be entirely in your hands. My checking account, my finances, and so on, entirely in your care.
I understand, sir.
It's quite a responsibility, and you're quite a young woman, and as I wrote you the bank.
Oh, yes, sir, I understand. The bond. I brought the money for it.
Oh, you have?
Yes, sir, $300. I've got it right here, sir.
Fine. That's very businesslike. Yes, indeed. I'll give you a receipt, and there will be.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes? My pen? Yes, here we are.
My money? I will get it back from the bank anytime I leave your employ. I mean, when you want me to.
Of course. Now then, here you are. Received of Miss Nellie Malone.
Ella.
Ah, yes, of course. Ella, my memory isn't quite what it used to be. That's why I need a good secretary.
Oh, I'm very good at remembering things.
Oh, are you now? Now then, there we are. I guess this receipt is in good order. Received of Miss Ella Malone $300 to be deposited with the Merchant Bank as surety bond and to be returned to said Ella Malone upon request. And there's my signature. Now then, how's that?
I'm sure that'll do very well, sir. And I want you to know I do appreciate you giving me this chance.
No, I assure you, the honor's mine. Giving a youngster an opportunity to rise in the business world. It's little enough to do.
You're very kind.
Now then, you've got my receipt.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Not at all.
My purse, I have it right here. Oh, I'm sorry.
But I understand. Yeah, the excitement of your trip and everything.
Here it is, Mr. Stewart. You see, I had it all ready in an envelope. If you'll open it,
Not at all. Bank can do that when I send it to them in the morning.
But
My dear Miss Malone, if you say there's $300 in that envelope, that's all that's necessary as far as I'm concerned. Now just put your purse down there and I'll show you through your new home.
yes, Mr. Stewart.
Now we'll go right up these stairs.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you'll find quite a place here. 3 stories high and every inch of it my own design.
Rather dark.
Careful now, careful.
I'm all right.
You mustn't hurt yourself. Hardly the way to start a new job. Now then, here we are. Take to your room and there you'll be.
But my suitcase.
No, never mind. Bring it up later. No hurry. Right down the hall.
Yes, sir.
Got a nice room for you. Very nice. Matter of fact is, you can choose any room on this floor.
But, Mr. Stewart, your daughters.
Daughters?
Yes, won't they object? You just said any room.
Oh, yes, my daughters. I did write you about them, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Well, never mind about them. They're upstairs studying. Now, right here. I suggest you take this room, at least for tonight.
Whatever you say, Mr. Stewart.
Get the light on. There we are. Nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
Go on in, look around.
Well,
Go right ahead. It's going to be your room for quite some time to come, you know.
All right.
Now then, go on in further. It's going to be yours after all. Make sure you like it.
I've never had such a large room. If you got one a little smaller...
On the contrary, my dear Miss Malone, you'll find this one small enough. Perhaps a little too small. Yes, indeed. Entirely too small.
But, Mr. Stewart... Locking the door? Mr. Stewart, why did you... Mr. Stewart, why did you lock the door? Mr. Stewart! Mr. Stewart, why have you shut me in here? Mr. Stewart, please answer me! Mr. Stewart, please let me out of here! Mr. Stewart, let me out of here! Let me out! It's getting dark in here! The lights... Mr. Stewart, let me out!
Yes, Miss Norwood, there's no doubt in my mind at all that you're the very person I want to employ as my housekeeper.
I'm very glad to hear that, Mrs. Stewart.
Of course, the matter of being housekeeper of a place as large as mine calls for definite qualities. You understand, of course?
I always do my best, sir.
And one certainly can ask for more than that. No, indeed.
Your wife, maybe she'd like to talk to me?
Wife? Oh, yes, of course. I wrote you about my wife, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
My wife is out shopping. As soon as she returns, you'll meet her. I'm sure you'll find your recommendations as satisfactory as I did.
It makes me very happy. I've always wanted to work in a fine house.
About money.
At any salary you want to pay me, Mr. Stewart, is all right. I just want a chance to show you how good I can do your work.
Very commendable. Yes, indeed. Very commendable. But we must agree on salary. I'm the sort of man who has respect for money and expects a similar respect in others. You see, oh yes, and speaking of money, you'll be wanting to open a new bank account, I suppose.
A bank account?
Yes, it's the principle, my principle, that everyone employed by me should have a savings account. Builds character, you know. I'll open an account for you in the morning, and you can transfer any other bank accounts you have back in your hometown up to my bank. Convenient, you know.
Oh, no, sir, I haven't got that.
Huh?
I haven't any money in the bank back home. I took it all out.
Oh!
It wasn't much anyway. What was left of Father's insurance money after My mother died.
Ah, yes. Now then, supposing you leave all your things here and look over the house.
That would be very nice.
Here, right through this door.
I'd be glad to be working in such a big house.
Right this way. Oh, yes. Quite an establishment here. Designed it all by myself.
I'll work hard, Mr. Stewart.
Yes, yes, I am certain you will. Now then, right down these stairs. I'll show you everything downstairs first.
You have a washing machine?
Huh? Oh, yes, yes. Everything modern, everything convenient. High, wide basement. There you are. Now watch yourself. It's just a little dark down here this time of day.
Oh, it is a big basement, all right. I can hang up plenty of washing down here.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. If you'll come this way.
You building something down here?
Building? Oh, yes, yes, indeed. Always building, always changing, always remodeling. Change, change, change. My hobby. Always changing things.
Hard to keep clean.
Now, don't you worry about that. Everything will be cleaned up in short order. Bags of sand and concrete mixer. Everything will be right out of the way. Won't bother you at all. No, not at all. Right this way.
You're making more rooms?
Yes, yes indeed. With nice, clean, concrete floors. Here, look at this one.
Kind of dark.
Come on, get a little closer. All my own work. You see, the floor's still wet. I like concrete, don't you?
Yes, it is clean.
Yes, it covers everything. You know how deep that concrete is? 3 feet deep. Yes, ma'am, 3 feet deep. And I poured it in an hour before you honored me with your presence. 3 feet. That'll make a mighty thick slab of stone, won't it, Miss Nord? Thick enough to cover you!
Oh!
Yes, indeed. Oh, fist to the point of the jaw is still a most effective soporific. You're quite a heavy woman, my dear Miss Nord. Up you go! Face down in the wet concrete. What an unusual bed you lie in, Miss Nord. Sinking down and down and down. And the concrete will harden, and I guess I'll just have to find myself a new housekeeper. Hello? It's a long ring, I tell you. Hello? Hello? Is this the employment agency? Yes, this is Mr. Stewart, Mr. George Stewart. I'm interested in employing a nurse for my child. Someone preferably unattached who can live here with my wife and myself. No, just send me their names, addresses, and references, and so on. Yeah, and I'll send you a check for the services. Of course. My address is 424 East 7th. Yes, just their names and addresses. Yes, I'll send you a check. Goodbye. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, what is it?
Is Mr. Stewart in?
Yes, indeed. Won't you come in? I'm Mr. Stewart.
Thank you.
You're answering in regard to,
A secretarial position. You wrote me a letter.
Oh, yes, indeed. Won't you step in here, please?
Thank you.
Now, if you sit there, and I'll sit here, and we'll get better acquainted. Put your suitcase any place. Now then, I'm afraid I didn't quite get your name.
Oh, ready? Sorry. Ray. Betty Ray. You wrote me.
Oh, yes, of course. I remember you distinctly. Now then, you're from,
Greyston. I hope that everything is the way you said it would be in your letter, Mr. Stewart.
Huh?
I mean, I hope you haven't changed your mind about me.
Oh, not at all, not at all. I'm in definite good need of a secretary. My philanthropies, you know. And you're unquestionably just the person to take matters in hand. Yes, indeed.
I'm glad to hear that.
Now then, you have my letter to you. Just to sort of refresh my memory on the circumstances, don't you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't bring it with me.
Oh. Well, then suppose you tell me a little bit more about yourself and all that's happened. Mother and father see you after the train, I suppose?
Oh, no, sir. It's the way I wrote you. Mr. Stewart, I'm quite alone.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes. Well, I'm sure you'll find everything here quite to your satisfaction. Restful, quiet. I have quite a place here, you know. I'll show you around in a few moments.
That'll be very interesting.
Yes, it will be. But first, there's a matter of the surety bond. I wrote you about that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I felt quite certain of that. You understand, of course, that this money will be returned to you by the bank at the time you wish to leave my employment. Fair is fair. That's what I always say. Yes, indeed.
Mr. Stewart, I was wondering.
Yes.
Have you had many secretaries?
Why do you ask that?
I want to know.
Why do you ask that question?
And what happens to them after you hire them? Tell me, what happens to them?
Young woman, who are you?
My name is Betty. Betty Malone.
Malone?
Betty Malone? My sister Ella came here a month ago about a job, and I want to know where she is. You hear me? I want to know where she is.
I don't think I quite know what you're talking about.
Why do you lie to me? Why do you lie to me? She was here. She was.
Now then, young lady, what makes you so sure?
A letter. You wrote her. The first one. I waited a whole month, and then I came here. As soon as I saw you, I thought something was wrong. And now I know there is. My sister Ella, where is she? You've got to tell me.
What if I tell you again that I don't know what you're talking about?
I'll go to the police. They'll make you tell the truth. I know she came here. I know she did. Why do you laugh? Why?
Because you're being a very foolish young lady. Yes, very foolish. There's no need to get excited. Of course your sister's here. Very happy, too.
She's here?
Yes, and very happy, too.
Then take me to her. Please, take me to her.
All right. No need to get excited. Of course I'll take you to her. I intended to all along. Just have a little joke with you.
Is she all right? Is she fine?
Of course. Now then, just come right along with me. Come right along with me. Yes. She's right up here. Been with me for over a month.
Well, why did she write? Why didn't she tell me?
Now then, right down this hall, you can ask her for yourself.
This isn't a trick, is it?
My dear young lady, you have easily the most suspicious mind of anyone I've ever met. I'm quite a helpless old man, and you always have a recourse, as you put it, to the police. Here we are, right in this room.
What? What's she doing in there?
It's her room! She's slightly indisposed. Go right in.
All right. It's locked.
Well, knock on the door and she'll open it for you.
Ella! It's Betty! Let me in, darling. It's Betty!
She must be asleep.
Ella, please! It's Betty, your sister Betty!
Well, now. Ella is certainly a tight sleeper.
Oh, but she can't be sleeping! Open the door! Please, open the door!
All right. Now, no reason to get excited. Got the key right here.
Quickly! Open the door quickly!
Now, don't excite yourself needlessly. There we are. Go ahead. You open the door.
Ella! It's Betty, Ella! What?
Now then, my dear Betty, we understand each other clearly, don't we?
Ella. Dad.
Nothing like a complete understanding, now is there?
Ella. Ted.
It wasn't so difficult. I shut the door, sealed it, and nature took care of the rest.
Mother.
But she died quite easily. Much easier than the others.
Why?
You mean, why do I do it? It's a very simple explanation, young woman. This is my business.
Business.
Yes, my business. Some men make their fortune in stocks, and some in bonds, and some in business. And this is my business.
Why?
Why is any business conducted? Profit, my dear. And I've made quite a neat little profit. Oh, yes, and a very safe one, too.
Hello, my sweet.
Yes, and you're the very first to come wandering about looking for one of my customers. The very first, and I assure you, the very last. Yes, 30 women have come in my front door.
Ella.
31, including you and Ella. Come along, I'll tell you all about them. You'll find it most instructive. Yes, indeed.
Don't hold my arm.
Oh, but I must. These corridors, they twist and turn. Yes, it's best I hold your arm. Get lost easily around this house. My most interesting house.
Where are you taking me?
Yes, there were 30 before you. A most interesting array. I used to read the want ads in small town papers, and then I'd write letters. Oh, most interesting letters. I needed a secretary or a housekeeper or a nurse. Excellent salary. Unusual accommodations.
Somehow, Ella, I knew this had happened.
Yes, indeed. And they brought all their worldly belongings with them. Generally in a suitcase. A little here and a little there. And I assure you, it has been most profitable. Now, in this room, for example...
No, don't open the door!
Okay. No, perhaps it would be better not to. The one in here came to be my housekeeper. Let me see, how long ago was that? Oh, gee willikers. Well, no matter. She came as a housekeeper, and after she went into retirement into that room, I found her suitcase. Such interesting bonds. I tell you, my eyes fairly popped from my head. And yes, it's the uncertainty that makes my little business so fascinating.
You killed 30 women.
Now let's go down away a little. Now down here. Hey, don't make me pull you along.
You killed 30 women.
Oh, it wasn't difficult. Most women are such fools, anxious to believe what they want to believe.
They came here for a better life and you gave them death.
You're a smart one. That's why I'm even bothering to show you my work. I never did the others. And showing you around won't do harm. You won't be taking long.
A thing like you and 30 women died.
Now in this room, oh, let me open it and show you.
No, don't make me look.
You see, there's no reason for excitement. An empty room. That's what she thought when she went in there. Then I pressed this button.
Oh, no!
And the trapdoor flapped open as soon as she stood on it. And down she went. Down. Just went into a pit of lava.
A thing like you alive.
Oh, yes. I tried out so many different ways of killing them. You wonder why they'll never find me out? I'll tell you why. Because I'm much too smart for all of them. Because I figured everything out in order. Logically. Oh, not perfect crimes. No. Nothing infantile. But just cleverness in choosing the women I do business with. And an equal cleverness in doing away with them. Oh, yes, indeed.
You and my dearest Ella dead.
Ella Malone. What does she matter? Just another. You've got to listen to me. No one else has ever known it, never whispered it before, and never again. Why speak of Ella when I'm telling you about my incredible cleverness?
It isn't right for you to be alive.
You're not the judge of living and dying in this place. I am. Now then, what was I telling you? Oh, yes. Why, they'll never get me. Why, my business will go on until I have more money than oh, no matter that. I want to tell you how I did it.
Ella, somehow, seeing you like that, it's done things to my head.
No corpus delicti. And if there is one, no evidence of violence. There, that's the secret.
Were you very frightened, sister?
A barrel of quicklime. There's no corpus delicti after that, I tell you. And not when you bury them in a slab of concrete. That's the secret.
If I could have only been there with you, little sister.
Oh, and now in this room, let me show it to you. I think this will be your room, my dear.
I'm so very frightened.
You see the door? Airtight, airtight. Yes, indeed. I'll open it. The room. Amazing sight, isn't it? No doors, no windows. But then there's quite a scarcity of windows in my house. Or haven't you noticed that?
If I could have helped you, Ella.
But this is a clever room. I'll shut you up inside it, and then I'll close the door, and I'll press this button here like this. You hear that? Little one, you hear that? Pumping, pumping, pumping. And guess what it's pumping?
Oh, Ella, my head.
Air! You hear me pumping the air out of the room? Yes, that's clever, isn't it? You breathe, and soon there'll be nothing left to breathe, and then you'll die. And if the police do find your body, no mark of violence, nothing but asphyxiation. A most mysterious death, they'll say. And in time, they'll decide it's all quite natural. Embolism, heart attack. Oh, the think of a fancy name by the clever files. Yes, indeed, they always do.
Oh, no. It isn't right for him to live, is it, Ella?
Now, first off with the pump. And now, my dear, I think you'd better step inside. And, quickly now, so I can close the door and go about my other work. Quickly, I tell you!
No, wait.
Wait for what?
I want to give you something.
What can you give me that doesn't belong to me already?
This!
God!
Get in there! In the room!
God, you had a gun in your purse all the time.
My father's. I brought it for the man who... Ella. Oh, get in the room!
No. What?
Get in there or I'll press the trigger. Get in! I'll kill you.
No, don't shoot. I'm a harmless old man. I was only fooling. I wouldn't hurt you. Betty, open the door.
Revenge. It's right to revenge. Isn't it, Ella? He said to press this button, Ella. The pump is running, Ella. Ella, listen to me. It's killing him. The way he killed you. It's right to revenge, isn't it, little sister? Right to revenge. Right to revenge. Right to revenge. Right to revenge. Right to revenge.
Oh, the air. It's going out. Shut off that monitor out there. You hear me? Shut off that motor. It's pumping out the air. Pumping it out. On the pipe. Air going out. I can't reach the pipe. Shut it off. You devil out there. Shut it off. He'll kill me. Kill me. It's getting there already. Shut it off. I'll give you anything you want. Shut off the pump. I can't die. I won't die. I'll tear the walls down. Let me out of here. Air. A man come out here. Let me out. Let me out. My ears. I can't hear. Jumps. Bacon. Blood in my mouth. My eyes. No air. Bleeding. Air. Give me air. A breath of air. 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 Give me air.
Revenge.
Give me air.
Revenge. 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 Revenge.
Yeah, listen to her, Captain. Revenge. Revenge. over and over again. Such a young and pretty girl. What could have made her crazy like that? What, I ask you?
Lights Out was written especially for radio by Arch Obler. We hope you enjoyed this dark tale. Now we will take a brief technical pause. See you in a moment. Welcome back to the show. And now for something lighter. On September 8th, 1946, NBC launched a new sketch comedy show starring Don Amici and Francis Langford as John and Blanche Bickerson. This forever feuding couple's verbal warfare was legendary. Their run lasted over a decade on radio and then television. We bring you our version of The Bickersons, starring Nicolette Barbera as Blanche and yours truly as John Bickerson. Tonight's episode, The Bickersons' New Puppy. The Bickersons have retired. As usual, Mrs. Bickerson tosses restlessly while her husband John, insomniac extraordinaire, provides this audible testimony of his constant wakefulness. Listen.
For the love of heavens, what is he doing? John. John. What is the matter with you?
Huh?
You're making the most frightful noises. What's the matter?
What's the matter, Blanche?
Are you in pain?
I've got a terrible headache. Haven't slept a wink.
You've been sleeping like a felled ox.
Shh. Head aches.
You wouldn't have such a headache if you didn't take so many cocktails before dinner. Why do you do that, John?
Always do it.
Why?
It's no good to eat on an empty stomach. Put out the lights, Blanche.
The lights are out. How would you know anyway with that sleep shade on?
Oh, something's flashing in my head. Oh.
Take an aspirin.
Okay. Feel better already.
Ugh, how can you chew those things like that? Wash it down with something.
All right.
John Bickerson, you wash it down with bourbon.
You lied to me. You do have the lights on.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them on. Sit up, I want to talk to you.
Please, Blanche. I can't sit up. My head'll fall off. Why do you always have to talk to me in the middle of the night?
When else can I talk to you? You come home from dinner, you bury your head in the paper. Never a word out from you. Tell me you gotta go to bed early because you have insomnia.
Well, I haven't. Takes me hours to fall asleep.
It took you all of 30 seconds tonight.
Well, this was a good night. Good night.
John. John! I went over to the Marvin's new baby this afternoon. It's a beautiful child. You know the first one's over a year old?
I hope so.
He's been walking since he was 8 months.
Must be awful tired. I am too.
Children are such a blessing. It's wonderful to watch them grow up. You'd be surprised how many childless couples are adopting.
I'd better have another aspirin. Boy, have I got a headache.
John, don't you miss the patter of tiny feet around the house?
No, I don't, Blanche. Children are wonderful, all right, but you have to be able to afford them. All this talk of adopting. Of adopting. No. What the devil is that?
What's what?
That? Put the lights on.
John.
Blanche, don't tell me you went out and...
It's only a dog, silly. I got a little puppy.
A dog? What do we need a dog for? Oh, where's the aspirin? What did you get a dog for?
Now don't get hysterical.
Where is that little beast? I can hear it, but I can't see it.
He's right there in the bureau. I've got him in your shirt drawer.
You put him in there with my shirts.
He won't suffocate. The drawer's open.
Blanche, you know I'm allergic to dog's hair. Oh, it gives me sinus trouble. Where's the aspirin?
You are just a big hypochondriac. You imagine all those allergies like you do your insomnia.
I tell you, I'm allergic to dogs. They make me. Achoo! See? Get rid of that thing. He'll whine all night and he'll keep me awake.
The man said he'll keep quiet if you give him one of those worm pills.
Well, where are they?
On the night tables by your bed.
How do you give a dog... Where are they?
They're on the night table by your bed.
There's nothing here except for the aspirins.
The aspirins are in the medicine cabinet.
How could they be in the Blanche, what have I been eating? No wonder my headache won't go away. Why do you do these things to me? Send for a doctor.
Don't carry on so. If they're good for a dog, they won't hurt you. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, she tells me. Here I am dying from dog poisoning. My head is splitting. She knows I'm allergic to dogs, hides the aspirin and makes... shut up! I don't know. Get up so early, never get another wink of sleep as long as... Achoo! Achoo!
John. Gesundheit.
Thanks.
I can see how much sleep I'm gonna get tonight. We'll have to get rid of the puppy.
Now you're talking.
I want you to take him down to the dog pound.
Okay, I'll do it on my way to work.
You go in the opposite direction.
Well, I will go out of my way to do it.
You say it, but you won't do it. You better take him now.
What?
Go on, get up, and take the puppy to the dog pound.
Blanche, are you out of your mind? It's after 2 in the morning.
They're open all night. Go on, get up, and take him.
Well, I've never heard of such a thing. You know, I went to bed with a splitting headache and had to take 24 worm pills just to fall asleep.
You take the dog to the pound quick enough if Gloria Gooseby asked you to.
How do you always manage to work the conversation around a Gloria Gooseby? Shut up!
Well, if you wouldn't shout so much, maybe the puppy would be able to sleep.
Oh, what's the use? Good night.
Thought it would be nice to have a little dog. Especially when we move into our new apartment.
We still have a year to go in this one.
Our lease expired on Friday.
I renewed it yesterday.
I canceled it this morning. Amos is raffling off the apartment for me.
That's a good idea. Amos is what?
Amos sold 500 tickets at $2 apiece, and the winner moves into the apartment tomorrow.
Oh, Blanche, no, I don't believe it. We'll be on the street.
Amos said he'll find us a new place in a jiffy.
A jiffy? Haven't you heard there's a housing shortage? No, where would he find a place?
Well, I bought a ticket myself. It's a wonderful chance. Lovely 3-room apartment, large kitchen, big closet. It's worth $2 and we might even get it.
We get it? We've got it now!
I know! But even if we don't win the $1,000, we get the $1,000. He collected for the rest of the tickets.
Look, Blanche, I gave the landlord a $1,200 bonus to renew the lease. So now I'm out $200 and I've got no place to live.
Sounds like pretty poor business to me. Why do you make such deals?
Now look, Blanche.
The trouble with you, John, is that you're too conservative.
Look, Blanche.
If you pick up some of the deals that he has, you might be able to live nicely.
Blanche.
He's been living at the Biltmore Hotel for years.
He sleeps on the billiard table. Oh, look out. Where's my slippers?
What are you gonna do?
Let me get on that phone. I'll show. Oh! Oh! Oh, put on the lights.
The lights are on. Open your eyes.
Where's the phone? I know it's gonna ring, and I want to be ready when it does. Hello?
Excuse me?
Drop dead! Wait a minute. That wasn't Amos. I think somebody's at the door. I'll get it. Amos?
Hi, Jacko. What are you doing up this time of night?
I'm packing, Amos. We're moving. Haven't you heard?
Oh, why aren't you gonna invite me in? I'd like to look the place over.
You mean...
Yep, I won the raffle. Darnest luck I ever saw.
Who drew the ticket, Amos?
Fair and square. I wouldn't take a chance of having some phony draw it, so I drew it myself.
What a coincidence. Get out of here!
What's the matter with you, Jacko? You've got $1,000 coming, and if you're worried about a place to live, I'll rent you the garage. You haven't got a car anymore, you know.
Get out of here before I hit you on the head with a cleaver.
Okay, Jacko, you don't have to get sore.
You better give the money back to the people you sold the tickets to, or you'll have a lot of explaining to do.
Not me, brother. You'll have to do the explaining. I'll tell them you won. Good night, Jacko.
That guy will wind up in a chain gang for sure, as sure as...
Was it Amos? Who won?
I did. Now at last I can go to sleep in my own bed without worrying.
No, you can't, dear. The dog's in there.
Nuts! I'll sleep in the garage. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your continued attention. It is now intermission. We'll be back in 10 short minutes. Up next, who knows what lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, a man of mystery who strikes terror into the very soul of evildoers everywhere. Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, solving crimes, and protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow, never seen, only heard, as haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. With his friend and constant companion, the lovely Margot Lane, the Shadow meets up with danger tonight when the ghost walks again. Night. Peaceful night has befallen on a New England town. We hear the footsteps of a couple from the town heading toward a village meeting. They take a shortcut through an ancient graveyard, when suddenly...
Sam?
Yes?
Sam, look, up there by the big oak. Isn't that a freshly dug grave?
Well now, it certainly looks like one.
That section's been closed off. There's been no burials there in over 200 years.
We'd better take a look.
Hold the lantern higher, Sam. That's it.
Say, that's the grave of Sir Roger Mathis. Now, who could have done that?
I don't know, but it's a terrible trick. Desecrating a 200-year-old grave? The grave of the first governor of our colony? Whoever the meddler was should...
No meddler desecrated this grave.
Who was that?
Sam, look! Walking toward us!
His clothes are covered with dust. And so old. Knee breeches, powdered hat, Puritan wig.
Sam, look at his face. It's like a death mask.
It looks like the old pictures of Sir Roger.
I am Sir Roger. I have returned from the dead. I have returned to save thee and thy village from its sinful ways.
It can't be. It can't be.
Silence! If either of thee utters word, I shall run thee through with this sword.
What shall we do, Sam?
Thou shalt do as I command. The will of Sir Roger's law. To break it means death. Death!
What do you think about? Oh my God, what's going on?
Quiet, quiet, townspeople, gentlemen and ladies. The issue that brings us here tonight is this old meeting place. As you all know, it was erected in 1712 by the first governor of his colony, Sir Roger Mathis. And as you all also know, nothing has been disturbed within these walls since that day. The furniture, the paintings, or even the ancient punishment stocks and torture presses are all in their original places. Now, some members have proposed that this hall, which has always been a private gathering place for the descendants of the first settlers of the village, be open to the public as a museum, and an admission price be charged.
The proposition is an outrage!
Please, Mr. Crossman.
An outrage, I say, that it violates the very laws passed down to us by our founder, Sir Roger Mathis. Someone, go into the next room and fetch the original ruling, written in Sir Roger's own hand. You go, Harvey.
Yes, sir.
I shall read to these documents, and ye shall see.
Oh, no!
What?
No!
What is it, Harvey?
In the press! The ancient torture press! There are 2 bodies!
God, it's only 2.
Oh my God.
What?
It's Sam and Grace Merrill! They've been crushed to death!
There's a note in Sam's hand.
It looks like old parchment.
What does it say?
It's an ancient death warrant signed by Sir Roger Mathis! And that was the night the whole thing started, Mr. Cranston.
Oh, that's so gruesome, Lamont.
Indeed, Margot. Sheriff, the state police uncovered anything?
Nope, they're just as baffled as we. That's why I sent for you.
Has the ghost of Sir Roger been seen since?
Yes, Miss Lane, many times. And there have been others who have died by his hand.
How many?
3 so far. One was found in the stocks, another hanging from a tree that was used for just that purpose in the olden days. A third was tied to the ancient ducking stool. We found him in the river, drowned. Each one was clutching a parchment death warrant.
Have there been any clues at all? Anything that would maybe link these crimes together?
Well, everyone who died was in favor of opening the old meeting place to the public.
I see.
But that only strengthens people's belief in the ghost of Sir Roger. They say this is his vengeance for proposing such a move.
Well, okay, aside from the ghost of Sir Roger, who's opposed to the opening of the meeting place?
Quite a few would vote that way. The leader of the faction is Old Silas Crossman.
Was he present that first night when the bodies were found?
Yes, yes he was. But you can't suspect him, Mr. Cranston. Old Silas is one of our leading citizens. His family was one of the founders of the village.
Sheriff, tell me, this ghost of Sir Roger, just where and when has he been seen?
Well, he's always seen around the old meeting hall, I would say. Usually about the hour of midnight.
Very well. Then we shall seek out the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis this very night.
Lamont, I don't think the ghost will ever appear.
The evening isn't over yet, Margot. Not frightened, are you?
No, of course not. I mean, not very.
Listen, midnight, the hour for the ghost to appear. Sir Roger, if you are within the sound of my voice, I dare you to show yourself.
No one answered.
Give him time, Margot. Give him a chance to...
Lamont, listen.
That did it. He's heard me. He's coming. Give me that flashlight, Margot.
Here.
Who called to me? Speak up. Who summoned Sir Roger Mathis?
Look there, Lamont.
I did, Sir Roger.
That face. It's not human.
Why art thou here?
Oh, we've heard a lot about you, Sir Roger. The fear you created in this village.
Ha! Thou art fools! The fate of the others shall be thy fate as well.
We have no fear. Come ahead. Begin your destruction. I am most curious to learn your powers.
I select the time for my revenge.
I see. Then you are not going to harm us tonight. Is that it? Very well. If you won't come to us, then shall we come to you?
Stay where thou art. I warn thee.
Come on, Margot. We're going to go up to meet Sir Roger right now. Hurry, Margot. Up these stairs. Well, Sir Roger. He's gone.
But where?
I have chosen not to meet thee at this moment.
Where is that voice coming from?
Listen to me, both of you.
He must have gone through a secret panel.
Thou hast defied the laws of Sir Roger Mathis, and by my sword thou shalt die for it.
The hall certainly looks different in the daylight, eh, Margot?
Sure does. Did you say anything to the sheriff about last night's encounter, Lamont?
No, I thought it best not to mention it to anyone for the present. We do know now, though, that Sir Roger proved himself to be a very human kind of ghost.
Yes.
But who he is and what his motives might be remain to be discovered.
And how he got away.
Yes, that's what we must find out right now. We're looking for a secret panel, I think. All right, you start at this end, Margot, and I'll look down by the speaker's stand. If you find anything suspicious, call me.
Well, this panel seems solid enough. No sign of any...
Good morning! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
It's all right. I just didn't hear you coming.
I'm Edward Darrow.
And I'm Lamont Cranston. And this is my companion, Margot Lane.
Hello.
It's good to meet you, Mr. Darrow.
Nice to meet you too. Salutations.
You look good today.
Thank you. So, the sheriff tells me you've been trying to track down our elusive ghost. I'll be relieved you succeed.
Why is that?
Well, I'm more or less the leader of the group who wish to open this meeting hall to the public. and most of the rest of the group has been death at the hands of the ghost.
You feel you might be next?
Oh, yes, sir.
Have there been any attempts on your life?
Not yet, knock on wood. Although, my uncle probably wishes there had been.
Your uncle?
Silas Crossman. He heads the opposition group. He's plenty sore at me.
I see.
So, have you discovered any clues to the killings yet?
Not yet. We were just looking around in here, having heard of the ghost and knowing that all good ghosts use secret passageways and such. We hope we might stumble upon one.
Say, perhaps I can help you.
And how?
Well, I'm in charge of the restoration group in this hall. If it's ever open to the public again, and I have a sheaf of the original plans at home.
Oh, could we see them?
Sure. I can bring them back here by tonight. Oh, by the way, I trust no word of this will get back to my Uncle Silas. He might, well...
We shan't mention it to anyone.
Oh, thank you. Well, until tonight, farewell.
It was good to meet you, Mr. Darrow. Don't trip on anything. Margot, I think it's time we investigated Mr. Silas Crossman. I'm gonna pay him a call on him right now. Of course,
as the shadow.
What was that?
Sorry to interrupt your letter writing, Mr. Crossman.
Who are ye? Where does thy voice come from?
I'm right beside you, Silas Crossman. Don't trouble yourself to look for me. No human eyes have ever seen me. I am called the Shadow.
What brings you into my house?
I'm in search of a ghost, Silas Crossman. The ghost of Sir Roger Mathis. And I believe you know all about him.
I know nothing more than the others.
Why are you opposed to the opening of the old meeting hall?
Because the hall belongs only to those of the village for hundreds of years. It has been that way. They shall not desecrate an ancient tradition.
Those are the same words used by the ghost of Sir Roger.
I am aware of that.
People aren't going to continue to believe that a ghost did the killings in this village. Soon they will know a human hand was responsible. And their suspicions, Silas Crossman, will fall upon you.
And why me?
Because of your behavior, the way you live, the ancient relics in your house, the quill pen you write with. In your speech, you use the antiquated thee and thou, just as the ghost of Sir Roger does.
That proves nothing.
You're wrong. The evidence alone would be enough to convict you in a court of law. Now tell me, what do you know about these killings?
Nothing. I know nothing.
Very well. I've given you your chance. Let me warn you, Silas Crossman. If you are the killer, you will pay for your crime.
Lamont, do you think Mr. Darrow will keep his word?
I believe so, Margot.
Good. I shouldn't like to spend many more nights in this eerie old hall.
Well, if everything works out as it's supposed...
Listen! Could it be Sir Roger again?
We'll soon find out.
Hello there. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Darrow. You gave us quite a scare.
Oh, Jolly, I'm sorry. That seems to be a habit with me, doesn't it?
Did you bring the plans?
Yes, 2 sets. Here, take one.
Thank you. I think we better go right to work. We can each start at one end of the hall, Mr. Darrow.
Miss Lane, perhaps you could stay with me. You see, my eyesight is rather poor, and in this dim light,
I'll go with you, Mr. Darrow.
Oh, thank you. Here are the plans, and here's my flashlight, Miss Lane.
Call out to me if you need anything.
We can start right here, Miss Lane. Do the plans indicate anything?
Well, there does seem perhaps to be one thing that would be right about... Here, Mr. Darrow, look! This panel, it moves.
Why, so it does.
I'll see if I can get a hold of it. There. Why, it's opening. We must call them on.
Shut up! Let me go! If you're so anxious to meet Sir Roger, I'll take you to him.
Let me go! Lamont! Help!
Margot! In you go!
Where are we? Where have you taken me?
A secret compartment beneath the meeting hall, known only to me.
Let me out of here!
Cry out loud if you wish. No one will hear. These walls were made especially thick to muffle sound. They had a purpose in building that way in the olden days.
What do you mean?
this room was an ancient torture chamber. Look about you. See the press? The spike-studded pit? Excellent for entertaining, don't you think?
Then it was you who has been impersonating Sir Roger.
Correct!
Why did you bring me here?
See the fire? I have started this in the forge. See the white-hot branding iron I placed in it?
Why? Why are you doing this?
In the days of the Puritans, they had a very satisfactory method for dealing with the meddlers. They branded them upon the forehead.
No!
Soon, young lady, you shall feel the searing agony of that branding iron biting into your flesh.
You're mad!
You won't feel the pain too long, because I have another treat for you. The press. The torture press.
Keep it away from me!
Drop that iron, Mr. Darrow!
Well, who was that?
Release the girl.
No! Let go of my arm! Let me finish my work!
There. Your work is finished, Mr. Darrow.
Who are you?
I am the Shadow, and I'll put an end to your career of torture and murder. But why did you do it? Why did you kill those men?
Because of my uncle, Silas Crossman. I hate him and all he stands for. But now I have had my revenge. He will be blamed. He will be held for the murders.
What makes you think that?
Because none of us are leaving this building alive!
Look out! He's tipping over the fire in the forge!
Don't do that, Darrow!
It's done now, Shadow! Look! The flames are already licking up the walls! This old hall's a tinderbox. It'll burn in no time.
The fire is catching all over the room!
What are you gonna do now, Shadow?
We're going to get out of here. Go to that door at the end of the room, Margot. If you can get up the doors, we have a chance to escape.
Hurry!
Hold on to my hand, Margot.
It's smoke! Come on, I can't see!
You gotta keep going. We should be near the door.
Come on! This smoke!
Margot! I'll carry you. We haven't far to go. Only have to make it to the door. The door. Wait, this is it. This is it. I found the door. Margot, we made it. We didn't go. Oh my God. Oh, that's so Margot, how do you feel, Margot?
Oh, better. Thank you.
At least this door, all right. Wait, take a look at our meeting hall. It's a mass of flames.
Yes, we got out just in time. Any sign of Darrow?
No, and there's no hope for him now.
Look! In the belfry of the meeting house! There's someone standing up there!
Lamont, it's Darrow!
Yes, look at him. He's waving his arms.
This isn't over, Shadow! I'll get you for this!
He's shouting something to the crowd.
Lamont, he's going to jump!
Don't jump!
Turn your head, Margot.
Crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, our last radio play for this performance was voted as the best by listeners of the Lights Out series. The original production featured Boris Karloff and was written by Arch Obler, who was the Rod Serling of radio. Be careful what you wish for. Without further ado, we bring you Catwife. But before we begin, we are going to take a brief technical pause for a battery swap on our camera. Please hold for just a moment. Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us. Without further ado, we bring you Cat Wife. Lights out, everybody.
You can stop me from coming to. You can treat me mean. Oh yes, alright. And I'll be with you.
Girls, cut it out, cut it out.
We're gonna party tonight. I love this song. Me too. I think it's marvelous. It's the best.
Oh, for the love of God, now cut it out, will you? Look, your husband will be coming down here in a minute. Come on, Queenie, we better get out of here.
Yeah, I guess we better go. No, don't go. I don't want to be alone.
What do you mean alone? Your husband's in the next room, ain't he?
Oh, that guy. What does he know about having fun? Work. Makes me sick where I've never been sick before.
Oh, come on. Let's stick around and have some more fun. You can drop me like an ocean.
Oh, Queenie, that's the most marvelous song I've ever heard.
For heaven's sake, Linda.
Well, speak of the devil. Hiya there, Johnny boy. Come on in, the water's fine. Only it ain't water.
No, it ain't.
Linda, for heaven's sake, I'm trying to work.
Go away. You're spoiling my party. Throw him out of here, Kenny. He's only my husband.
Get out of here, man. Take that other fool with you. Go on.
Come on, let's go.
I'm coming.
No, wait. Don't listen to him. It's my house. It's my house. You kicked them out, my friends. You kicked them out.
Linda, haven't you any consideration at all? I've begged you, pleaded with you to try and keep these people out of my house while I'm trying to get some work done. And you persist in doing just the opposite.
You kicked them out. My friends!
Yes, I kicked them out, and I'll do it again every time I find them here. They're no good. You've given me your word time and time again to give them up.
I'll call them back. I'll call them all back. You can't tell me what to do. Not me. They're my friends. Mine. I'd give a dozen of you for one of them.
All right, Linda. If that's the way you feel, I guess you and I have finally come to the end of the road. You haven't a grain of loyalty in you. All I ask for a little bit of peace and quiet in my own home, and I can't even have that.
Go away.
Night after night, you and those people yowling and screaming like a pack of alley cats. And you, the worst of all. I'm through, Linda. I'm through with you and for good.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not.
Keep away from me. Keep away. Oh, Linda.
See? You're not through with me at all. You'll never be through with me. Never.
Linda.
Nah, let me go. I don't want you fool. You're not through with me. I'm through with you.
No, Linda.
I'm tired of you, do you hear? I'm tired of you. I'm getting so far away from that smug face of yours, I couldn't see it with a telescope.
Linda, my wife.
Your wife? Why do you think I married you?
I thought you loved me.
I married you because I was sick of working in a two-bit barber shop. I was sick of living in a hall bedroom wearing bargain sale dresses. I wanted dough, plenty of it, all I could get, and you were the best chance to get it that came my way.
No, Linda, you did love me. You must have loved me.
Oh, I loved you about as much as that canary up there loves his cage. I told myself I'd marry you, stick with you for a year, divorce you, stick you for as much alimony as I could get, then clear out.
But we've been married 5 years.
Yes, 5 years. Because you fooled me, that's why.
I fooled you?
Yeah. You started to make a lot of money, more money than I ever thought you could make. So you're giving me the air, huh?
No, Linda, I didn't mean it. I love you. I always loved you. I didn't mean what I said.
Well, I did.
No, Linda, don't leave me. You're no good. I know you're no good, but heaven help me, I love you. I'll never love anybody else.
Get out of my way.
No, I won't let you go. You have to stay.
Keep your hands off me.
You're no good. You've cost me my self-respect, but you'll stay with me. You'll stay with me, or I'll cut you off without a cent. You won't get a dime from me, not a dime. Stop that! Stop laughing!
Oh, you sap! You fat-headed sap!
Stop that!
So you're gonna cut me off without a cent, are you? Oh, you fool. I've got everything that belongs to you now. You hear me? Everything.
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
This house? It's in my name, isn't it? The car? It's in my name, isn't it?
Well, yes, but... Oh, no! You wouldn't!
Oh, wouldn't I? Well, listen to this, my darling husband. I cleaned out the bank account yesterday.
No!
Every cent. I won't be in the street. You will. Now this is my house. You get your things and get out of here.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you!
No, don't you come near me. Don't you come near me. Let me go. Ow! You touch me again, I'll tear your eyes out.
You cat!
Get out of my way.
That's what you are, a cat. A big, white, heartless cat. You think like one, you screech like one, you claw like one. You even look like one. A cat. That's what you are, a great white cat. I didn't marry a woman, I married a cat.
Keep it up, you're doing swell.
Go on, laugh at me, but you're a cat. A stinking, yowling cat.
Now listen up, Red, you stop saying that.
A cat, you hear me? A cat.
Stop staring at me like that. Stop staring at me. John, what's happening to me? John, my head. I can hardly see. John, help me. John!
Linda?
What are you staring at? What are you staring at? What are you...
Linda? Linda?
Now, John, you've got to control yourself. Everything will be all right.
Oh, doctor, what have I done? What have I done?
John, please pull yourself together. You're not entirely to blame for what's happened.
What will I do? I did it. I'm to blame.
Now stop talking like that. It's preposterous to say you're to blame. She was hysterical, John, and the suggestion that a cat caught her in an unguarded moment resulted in a temporary neurosis.
Oh, doctor, she's got to get well. She's got to.
Of course, John, she'll be all right. A little rest, quiet, and in a few days it'll all be forgotten.
Is she healing? Sleeping?
Yes, I gave her a sedative. She's resting comfortably.
Can I go in and see her?
But I just told you she's sleeping, John.
I know, but I've got to see her. I've got to look at her. I've got to make sure she's all right. Don't you see? I've got to make sure.
Now, John, please. You've had a hard time of it. You better go to bed and get some rest.
Oh, no, doctor. Listen to me. I've got to see her again. I've got to make sure she's all right. I can't rest until I know.
But, very well. Just for a moment.
Yes.
Be very quiet.
Yes.
There, you see? She's resting very nicely.
Doctor, look!
What?
Her hands! Look at her hands!
They're claws!
Her teeth! Her teeth! Linda!
No, John, don't yell. You'll wake her.
Linda! Oh, listen to her! Listen to her!
Steady, John.
I can't stand it! I tell you, I can't stand it! She's Linda! She's my wife! My beautiful wife! Linda!
I'm sorry, John.
It's all right. I guess I'm going a little crazy myself. What's happening to her? What is it?
I don't know, John. I don't know.
Oh, listen to her. You've got to do something, doctor. You've got to make sure she's all right. You're my friend. You got to help me.
What? In the name of all that's rational, what?
Think. There must be something you can do. A drug. Anything.
John, I don't know what to say. I can't think. I'll call on someone else. That's it. I'll inform the authorities. They'll take care of everything.
Oh, no, wait.
What? What's the matter? What is it?
You're going to inform the authorities?
Yes, John, of course. Don't you see? It's the simplest way out.
Way out?
Of course, of course. For you and for me.
What do you mean?
John, this horrible thing that's happened to Linda, it goes beyond just you and me. It goes beyond the normal into the supernatural. Everyone should know about it. The world should know about it. Science.
You mean you're going to let everybody know what happened to Linda?
Of course I am.
But you can't do that. She's my wife. You hear me? My wife.
No. Don't get excited again, John. Listen, sensibly. We owe it to science.
Science? Who cares about science? She's Linda, my wife, and I've cursed her to God and turned her into a yellow big cat. And it's my shame. Mine. And you're not going to tell a living soul about it. No one. You hear me? No one.
It's my duty, John. I must inform the authorities.
No! Keep away from that phone! Keep
John,
away, I say!
John, I'm sorry. John!
No. Try to sleep, my darling. Try to sleep. Yes, I know. I know, darling. But it's almost morning. You must rest. Sleep, Linda. Sleep, my beloved. All right, darling. I've got to be strong. I've got to help you. And I did help you. He was going to tell them about you. Everyone. They have taken you away from me, locked you up, pointed at you, laughed at you. But I stopped them, Linda. I stopped them for you. He called me friend. But you're my wife, beloved, and I love you. I've pleased you, haven't I, my darling? I never could please you before, could I? But now I've pleased you. I killed them, Linda. I killed my friend to save you. And if anybody comes, I'll say you never came. And no one will know, darling. No one but you and I. What is it, darling? What's the matter? Why are you getting up? What is it? Why go to the window? What do you want? Oh, if only I could understand you. If only I could know what you're trying to say to me. Oh no. Linda, stop. I beg you to stop. Linda, beloved, stop. No, stop. Linda. Yes, I'm coming.
Good morning, Mr. Taylor.
Oh, it's you.
Gee, I found this note saying you wanted to talk to me. Golly, I hope you're not going to quit taking milk from me, Mr. Taylor. I know I've been kind of late with the deliveries as of the last couple days, but you see, it's my dad.
No, I'm not going to stop taking milk. That's what I want to see you about. I want more milk. Cream, everything.
Oh, sure. How much do you want?
Oh, 4 bottles of milk? No, 6.
6?
Yes, and cream. 6 bottles of cream.
Gee whiz, is something wrong, Mr. Taylor?
Wrong? Why do you think something's wrong?
Well, I only meant
You meant what? Speak up, boy. You meant what?
Gee, well, don't get sore, Mr. Taylor. I just meant, well, you don't look so good, and you know how it is. Sometimes a fella has a couple too many, and then he starts ordering all the milk in the world.
Oh, you darn fool! I'm not drunk! Do you want to sell me that milk, or do I have to get another milkman?
No, I'll get it for you.
Hurry!
6 quarts, 6 creams. You know, it's only him and his old lady. This guy's nuts.
Drink the milk, my beloved, please. But you haven't eaten anything. You're hungry. You must be hungry. Oh, my darling, what do you want? I'll get you anything. Anything, just eat. No, I can't let you out of the room. I just can't. Someone might come to the door. They'll see you through the window. Oh, be patient, Linda, darling. I'll think of something. Oh, drink the milk for your own good, Linda, please.
I'll let you into the dining room, but you've got to stay away from the window. If someone should see you... Here, let me carry you. Oh, dear God! All right, darling. I won't. Go yourself. Go yourself. See, darling? Your pretty little living room. Everything in just the way you fixed it. Everything. Oh, Linda, this horrible thing that's happened to us. Oh, I tell myself it isn't real. I'll wake up soon and everything will be the way it used to be. Just you and I. Linda? Where are you? Oh, Linda, don't, no, Linda, don't touch that bird. Oh, Linda, how could you? How could you do it?
Good morning, Mr. Taylor. Early again this morning, ain't it?
Good morning.
Ever since you and your wife, you sent your wife to the country, my first customer. Every morning for the last 3 days, you've been, like I was saying to my husband this morning, I said...
Yes, try me some other time. I'm in a hurry. My order, please?
Yeah, but you ain't given me no order yet. How about a nice steak you can broil?
No, nothing like that.
But to boil a steak, I tell you, that's nothing. When my husband goes to the country, that's what I always make for myself. You lie the steak in the pan, right? Then you light the...
I'm in a hurry, I tell you.
Yeah, all right. You don't have to get so high blood pressure on me, Mr. Taylor. If you will tell me what you want, by golly, I'll give it to you.
Well, I don't know exactly. Oh, God, well, a couple pounds of liver. Yes, that's it, fresh liver.
What? Again?
You heard me.
Yeah, sure, I heard you, but by golly, for 3 days, ever since your wife, she went away, you ain't nothing but liver.
Are you going to fill my order?
Yeah, sure. I'll fill your order. So, you ever see such nice fresh liver? 2 pounds, oh boy, there we are. By golly, it could be that you were raising cats or something.
Why do you say that?
Well, every day you buy liver. I mean, this morning I caught a couple of mouses in the back. Perhaps you'd like to take them along too for the cat.
Don't say that! Don't you ever say that!
Mr. Taylor, the liver, you forgot! By golly, that man is frolicked. Now, what did I say wrong again? Cats like to eat mice?
Oh, my Linda. My dearest Linda, close to me. Oh, close to me, my darling. My darling. It's better this way. You can't leave me now. I'll have you with me always. I'll keep you here. Just you and I. I won't answer it. They'll go away. All right, I'll answer it. No, stay here, my beloved. They mustn't see you. Be very quiet. Be very quiet. Yes, I'm coming. Well, what is it? What do you want?
Are you the owner of this building?
Yes, what do you want?
Gilligan's the name. I'm your neighbor. I got the place across the alley from you.
Neighbor?
Yeah, Gilligan's my name. I'm with the department.
Department?
Yes, I'm desk sergeant of the 3rd District Precinct.
A policeman?
Yes, I'm off duty today. So I thought I'd drop over and speak to you. So, do you mind if I step in for a moment?
Step in? Oh, no, not at all. Please, come in.
Thank you. Oh, you got a nice place here.
Yes, very nice.
You know the same contractors made this place made mine? You didn't know that, I'll bet you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Irish man by the name of Gihuli put up all these bungalows along here on nothing but Blondie and a shoestring. I jumped over a 10-story window, they tell me, the day after the stock market crashed. Well, lucky for him, if he was alive now, somehow some of the people around here bought a place for him and murdered him with all the trouble they had.
Oh, trouble?
Say now, speaking of trouble, that reminds me, why I came over, if you don't mind, I'll tell you.
Yes?
Now, ain't me that's complaining, Mr. Taylor, but I'm the kind of man that can sleep in a boiler factory. But it's making my Katie, she's a light sleeper. I always say that if a star in heaven twinkles too much, it always wakes up my Katie.
What? What's the trouble?
Well, you know how the women are. Always finding something to make a fuss about. Say, I'm not disturbing her, am I? There, you know, your missus. She's not sleeping there in the bedroom, is she?
No, of course not. There's no one in there.
I thought maybe seeing the doors closed.
No, there's no one in there, I tell you. My wife, she's out of town.
Oh, well, that's fine. I always like to talk over man to man without a woman around. Women are all right, I say, but they don't know how to straighten out little troubles with neighbors without calling names and pulling hair. You don't get the idea.
Oh, what is it? What's wrong? What do you want to tell me?
Well, to put it plain, it's the cat.
Cat?
Yeah, the cat. You just got it, didn't you?
You heard a cat?
Yeah, started a few nights ago. Now it ain't disturbed me none, like I said, but Katie, well, you see, our bedroom window faces right into the alley, and golly, she hears every meow that animal makes.
You're wrong.
Huh?
I have no cat.
But my Katie heard it. I heard it too. What's the matter?
I have no cat.
Well, I'm telling you, I came right from this house.
I tell you, I have no cat. Isn't that sufficient?
Well, now seeing as how you put it so plain, I'll be speaking up plain myself. I'm telling you, I heard a cat yowl last night, and the night before, and the night before that. And that showed my name's Thomas Gilligan, it comes right from this house. Now what do you say to that?
Get out.
Oh, now wait a second, me buggo, wait a second, don't get me on my high horse.
Get out!
Well, now see here, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just thinking maybe the animal's caught in your cellar, you know, in it. Now, if you'll just let me go down there and
I tell you, there's no cat here.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Get out of here! You heard me. Get out of my house.
Well, you sure make a lot of noise about nothing, young fella. But it's your house, and that's the kind of neighbor you want to be. I'll just... What was that?
What are you standing there for? Get out! Get out of my house!
Just a minute. Take it easy. No cat?
Nothing at all.
What was I just heard?
Well, you've got no right to.
Oh, you may be no liar, but you sure have something close to it. If that ain't a cat in your bedroom, I ain't never heard one.
Get out of here! Get out of my house!
Oh, no, I won't. Listen to the cat. If that ain't creating public nuisance, I'd like to know what is.
It's none of your business. This is my house. Get out!
Stop pulling me, bucko. I may be off duty, but I'm still an officer of the law. And I'm telling you, that cat you got there is a violation of city ordinance. Now, if you don't make it shut up and stop disturbing my kitty, I will...
No! Stay away from the door! Stay away, I tell you!
Hey, listen to it. That ain't no cat you got in there.
What? Oh! I'm sorry, yes. Yes, I lied. It is a cat. Just a cat. I'll make it be quiet, but go away now.
Now, wait a minute. Take it easy. That's just a cat. What are you getting so excited about?
Oh, I'm not!
Oh, look at you. Your eyes blazing. What's going on here? I think I'll have a look.
No! Stay away!
What? Get away! Take it away!
I told you to go away!
Oh, if only I had my gun.
You'll never use it!
Keep away from me. Keep away from me. Help! Help! Oh.
I asked you to go, didn't I? I asked you to, didn't I, Linda? You heard me. You heard me ask him, Linda. What's the matter? What are you going to do? Linda, keep away from him. No, Linda, get away from him. No, Linda, stop. Yeah! Linda, my eyes! Oh, my eyes! Oh, God, my eyes! My eyes! Oh, my eyes! Oh! I can't see! The gun! If only I can find it! Blood in my eyes! I'm blind! Oh, God, have pity on me! Help me find it! It must be here! I dropped it somewhere! Where is it? Ah! You're back now! Pressing against me! Oh, God! Let me find that gun! I dropped it here somewhere. Let me find it. Got it! Hush, dear. Yes, press close to me. I can't see you. Press close to me. I must have missed. There! Scratch, claw, what does it matter? You cursed animal! You've taken everything from me. My eyes, my My beloved. Wait.
Lights Out was especially written for radio by Arch Obler. This concludes the SUNY Orange Apprentice Players and Arts and Communications Department production of Flash in the Dark, Stories from the Golden Age of Radio. All of these shows are available on our Facebook page for if you want to rewatch or if you've missed any of the parts. Thank you again for supporting our club and our department. We may be back in the theater this fall, so stay tuned and join our page for further notifications. We'd like to take the time to thank Peter Gallipo, Candace O'Connor, Dakota Cohen, Yerlin Santa Maria Montoya, Ken Cepeda, Steve Harpst, Kylie Lazavio, Olivia Cohen, and all of the members of college administration who made this show possible. Thank you again for watching, and have a great night.